Hello everyone, this is Rethus and this video is being made for RSL Helper tool. The tool is being made by farbstoff, not myself. I'm gonna have a link down below. The guy is helping massively the community and it's kinda something that we have to do to help everybody out there from a beginner into an entire person. Now let's get crack into it. What we wanna set up is pretty much rules for any gear that we want to have, because that tool allows us to, when we do our runs, to auto sell everything from the artifacts. Now if you have it auto sell without any options, it's just gonna go on and keeping stuff unless you choose to sell everything. Then it's gonna sell everything, but you have the option to make it sell from dungeon runs, from forge gear, just from those two, nothing else. All the others you just have to do them manually. Now, the sell options are in this section down below, as I showed you probably quite fast down here. What we want to do is, there are some ways for you to make that happen and to make that work. Now, the most efficient way is, and what really matters for this tool, is the prio. That's why he has prio up and prio down. The reason behind that is you want to keep above lines and sell beneath it. I'm gonna go over and let you know how we're gonna make it. Now let's say that for my account, for example, I want to sell everything that is 5-star gear and below, equal to 5-star gear and below, and from rarity, from legendary and below, equal to legendary and below, sell it immediately. So all I have to do is go on, click add rule, and it will sell everything that is equal to 5-star or legendary and below. Now I can test it if I'm gonna go in here and check something like this, a test that is rank 5-star and legendary. It's gonna sell it immediately, no matter what it is, no matter what the stat is, it's gonna sell it. Now, apparently, depending on the level of your account, you move those things individually and you add those two things individually. But let's say that I want to keep something from the speed set variety and I want to keep it. Now I'm going to go in keep and swap the sell exception into keep. I'm going to click from all artifacts. I want to click what I actually wanted to keep. For example, if it's boots and equal and lower to legendary, and the remaining stat is speed, I want it to keep it. For example, I don't want to keep it, I'm gonna delete that rule, I'm just making it for everybody else. I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna put boots as live still, as from live boots, it doesn't matter what set it is, as long as it's all, and I'm gonna click speed as a main stat. Now, what I have to do that for it to make it work is I have to prio it above the sell option. Otherwise, the moment that I have it below, it's gonna sell it, because the first rule for it is to sell it. So you have to prio the keeps above the sell. Now, as I said, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Let's go over and make some rules more for everybody. Now, what we all hate is to get artifact sets from all types, glove chests and whatever it is, whatever rank they are, okay, and we just want to get rid of them, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and place that rule and make it sell. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's glove chest stat, and I have it with, sorry, I did a mistake there, and I have it with HP, attack and defense. That's all I have to do. So what is going to happen is, if it finds anything that is defense, doesn't matter if it's 5-star, 6-star, 3-star, 4-star or whatever, it's just going to go over and sell it. Let's say that, for example, 6-star legendary, found it, sold it. Now if I want to make an exception for it, I'm going to go over and type gloves chest or whatever, or I'm going to type all. I'm gonna type HP, attacker, defense, because those are the flat stats that bother me. Now, for my account, I'm gonna keep 6-star, let's say, and only legendary, and I'm gonna have to have in there speed substat. Now, I want to keep it because there are many situations that we want our speed booster to be the fastest possible, and there are many flat main stat items, legendary, that they have speed substat, and we want to roll it up to 4 times if it keeps getting rolls in it, like +1, +2, +3, and then eventually +4, so we can use it on our speedster. Again, our speedster doesn't matter what he wears. Obviously, the best gear to wear is Swift Parry and Speed, but if you don't have really good sets of those, you can go down the road with any item from any other set that is giving you, that is a 6-star legendary and it has speed as a substat. So what you have to do is go down here and click on the substat speed. Now what this rule is gonna do is pretty much gonna find something that has speed, and I need, as I told you before, you need to prior that rule up. So right now it's gonna find any legendary that is flat stat with a speed substat beneath it, and it's gonna keep it. The same thing, if I test it on Epic, you'll see that it's not working because it saw that it's a legendary and it went ahead and sold it. Now let's go over and fix 1 or 2 more things to have a better view on what you need to do. Now, if you run all the dungeons, you need to do that for every part of the gear in the game. For example, let's make some fast examples of sell. What I want to sell is life. Obviously, I don't need life, even if it's 6-star or whatever, I just don't need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it immediately. Now, I'm gonna do the same for offense, for my account, again, only. If you're starters, you might wanna need any gear that is being given to you from them and it has good stats. Now, if something has good stats and you wanna keep it, you should swap the sell and keep order into keep, put main stat, whatever you want, but substat, make it have speed and another crucial stat that you need. Speed, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy. Those are the stats, the substats that we want to keep progressing our accounts. That's all we care about. Now, I'm gonna go over and keep up a little bit for offense. I have it sell on everything. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for defense. I don't need defense. You see, it keeps adding all of those. And I'm gonna do the same thing for critical rate. I don't need critical rate in my account. Accuracy, early gamers and even some mid gamers need it. End gamers pretty much use perception. That's pretty much redundant. Resistance is always good, as I said, when you wanna crank up your resistance in different areas of the game, Doom Tower or Arena. It actually helps. Curing, some people use it for Rector Drath or some other champions that can benefit from it. I myself find it super dumb, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sell Curing. Lifesteal actually has an alternative, and if you are able to farm from the Doom Tower the Bloodthirst, which comes from Eternal Dragon, which is the current rotation, the one that we're running right now, or the second rotation of Doom Tower, if you want to say that, that's better than Lifesteal, because it gives you crit rate 12% and heals you for 30% of the damage. So it kind of does 2 things at once. It's kind of like a crit rate and Lifesteal. So there's no point for me to keep that. I farm that dragon. Now Fury, there is not too many champions that use it, mostly used towards some unkillable teams for Man-Eater, because the moment that you lose, the more HP you lose, the better you do. And Leorius, people have seen Leorius do that, do well with it, but I don't actually like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. Daze is the most redundant set in the game, so go ahead and sell that. Curse, the same thing, 75% chance to add a 50% heal reduction, pointless. Frost can be used in Doom Tower. It's really good when you have Frostbite and Frost with it. It amplifies your chances to add Frost to and control the enemy, and a lot of Doom Tower, a lot of faction wars can be helped with that. Frenzy is a little bit why I wanted to do a little bit of the cells for that. I wanted to reach Frenzy just so I can show you one or two things. Now, Frenzy is a good set for 2 champions in the game. Not Gar, which is this guy from Orcs faction, which basically sacrifices his HP. Now, how Frenzy works is whenever you're sacrificing HP or whenever you're losing HP, you're getting turn meter. So what this does, what an Odgar is doing, is he sacrifices his HP, he's boosting his turn meter, and he goes in and slaps the people, and vice versa. So you kind of get like double turn, and he hits super hard. He's actually quite hard hit here. Now, the other champion that I personally have and love is Morty Macab. And I think Boomer made a video about that, if I'm not mistaken. Props to Boomer, always, one of the best Plat Arena players. He made a video about Morty Macab used in Frenzy. The reason you want to use Frenzy is because you get Fury Rage passive and the chance to unlock your skill Peril. So the more you get to go, the more chances you have to proc Peril. Peril is the one skill in the game that doesn't need you to have Health Master or even Savage gear. You can go with whatever gear you want. That's why Frenzy is so good for him. So we're gonna go ahead and click Add Rule for Frenzy, but I'm gonna have an exception for it. I'm gonna keep Artifact type, anything, I don't care, as long as it's 6-star, as long as it's epic and above, so equal to epic and above. Main stat, I don't care, but sub stat, I want speed and crit rate. I'm gonna add 2 rules, I have to add 2 rules. So 6-star, epic and higher, crit rate, and I'm gonna add the second one with crit damage. The reason you wanna add crit rate or crit damage is because there are some times that you might get crit rate gloves, so you kinda wanna keep the ones that have speed and crit damage as a substat, and the vice versa, you get crit damage gloves, so you kinda wanna keep speed and crit rate. Those are the 2 main stats that you want. Again, prio is everything, so you have to prio them above the cell of that set. If you do not do that, it will go over and sell it. Always when you fix a rule, come back here and test it out. Now, it will be nice if farbstoff made easier for us to pretty much trade all of those things, if we can get them and extract them and use them on different PCs or share them across our friends. So farbstoff, if you're watching my video or if you ever stumble across my video, please hear me out. Make something in the tool so we can extract all our lists, so we can get it and move it to another PC or share it to our friends. It will be much easier for the entire community to have something pre-made up. Not that it's bad work what you have done so far with the tool, but it will be something way better. Anyway, let's check the Frenzy. So we have Frenzy boots, defense, speed percentage, and 6-star epic. Let's see. It's gonna sell it because it stuck up at artifact type, boots, rank 6, and it's flat stat. I don't need it. Rule number 3 found. Now, if it has a defense percentage, Rule 15, item is sold, because I don't want to keep it, because it's boots and it's defense. I don't want to keep defense boots. But if I add speed boots, and I have substat, crit rate, I need, again, it's going to sell it, so I need to make another rule for it to keep speed boots, for example. Now, if I'm going to go on gloves, and I have main stat, crit rate, and I have substat, speed, and crit damage, it's gonna go over and find rule 14, item is kept. Really good point there. It actually made me realize that I actually have to make something for speed boots. So I have to go here and be precise about what I want. I wanted to keep speed boots. I wanted to keep speed main stat, and I wanted to keep one with crit rate, doesn't matter. So I'm inserting before the cell, and the other one with crit damage. So I'm adding that rule as well. Now, again, I have to prio it up. So let's go back, check the boots, check the speed. Do we have crit rate and, let's say, accuracy? Cell check. went all the way here, found that we told it to keep boots, 6 stars epic and above, crit with speed main stat and substat crit rate. Even if it has accuracy, it's still gonna keep it. You can sell it later down the road if you want, or if you can be more picky and you can have more stats, but that's gonna make more problems into your account overall. I think it's better if you just have it running like that, and then you go over and just scoop the gear that you want. Also, Hell Hades has a really amazing tool called the Optimizer, and if you sub to him for only $5, I think the €5, the first premium price, at least for European countries. I'm guessing it's the same for United States. For $5, you can get the premium version, which kind of can help you out, filter out the gear that you have. Now, if I go here and put rare, it's gonna check that it's that, filling in the criteria that I have it, and it's gonna sell it. It's gonna go over and sell it. Now, you wanna do this for almost everything, except there are some sets that you cannot filter them, and there's no point filtering them. Sets like these are the divine sets, which come from Arena. Obviously, you get those sets, and you actually have to go over one by one of them. Swift parry and deflection are also coming from Arena, but they are also craftable. So you kind of want to make it, because when you craft it in the 4th year, you kind of want it to keep it or not. So rules for swift parry and deflection, yes, please do so. Resilience perception, you kind of want to have it. Now, cleansing and refresh are from the refresh and the cleansing are from not Clan Up. Sorry, they are from Tag Team Arena. There we go. Sorry, mine stuck there. So they're from Tag Team Arena. If you have, if you can approach that, you can go over and take them out. Fatal, Untouchable, Affinity Breaker, Frostbite, Blood Shield are from the Forge. Blood Shield and Reaction are from CVC. Blood Shield is that. Bloodthirst is from Forge. Again, you need to make that. Guardian, you need to make that. Fortitude, you need to make that. Lethal, the same thing. Now, Revenge is the one that comes from Clanso. So you kind of don't have to filter that one out. So I hope I've been helpful. I hope I gave you some ideas of how to use the RSL Helper tool and some understandings on what to do. It's really simple to misinterpret what we want to do with the entire tool and what we want to do. But if you have the base idea of I have to have keep above and sell below, everything's going to go fine. Now, the rest, you'll find it down the road. Thanks everybody for watching. It was Rethos. Till next time. Bye.